Hey baby girl, this is my lovely friend Tyler, and I'm getting her ready for a photo shoot. She was taking new model digitals, some grad pics, and fun pics for her model portfolio. If you'd like to see how I brought her from that to that, then keep on watching. Unfortunately, my camera died before I did the second look, but I did capture this flawless base. Alright, let's take it back to the beginning. Tyler had just cleansed her face before we got started, so I'm just moisturizing her with some almond oil. I like using oil under cream foundation because it keeps a nice glow on the skin even after applying powders, and it doesn't break the makeup up. Tyler already has like perfect brows, so honestly I didn't really need to do this part. But she and I both enjoy bold brows, so I did it anyways. I pretty much just filled in the bottom of each brow to get them twinning, and then we're all good. And of course, I used my little spoolie to blend in the pencil with her own brows. Okay. To clean them up, I used a matte concealer in the shade NC30. Part of the reason I do brows first is to test out the color I think I'd use to highlight the face. I did find this color to be 2 to 3 shades lighter than her with the same undertone, so this will be the color I use to highlight. Before going in with foundation, I did some color correction around her mouth and under her eyes. I used a light peach color to do so. You'll notice that the same color is showing up different on these two areas of her face. That let me know that the foundation would have done that as well had I went in with that first. So I'm glad I did this step. For foundation, I used Black Opal Cream Foundation in the shade Rich Caramel. I used a flat foundation brush to apply it and a sponge to blend it out. Black Opal's Cream Foundation has a buildable medium to full coverage. I used really a coat and a half, and got a nice full coverage. I love that it acts as a concealer as well. Now I'm taking that NC30 shade again to highlight. Now if I were really doing a no makeup look, I would not be using nearly this much concealer. But Tyler says she wanted a snatch natural beat, and we were doing a full glam look right after, so this is what we're doing. I used a flat concealer brush to apply it, and the sponge to blend it back into the foundation. For any hard to reach areas, I used a pointed dome brush. Alright, since that concealer was mad light, we're gonna bring back some warmth and contrast with some contouring. I used a black Opal cream foundation in the shade Hazelnut. I used a flat foundation brush to apply it, and a Real Techniques Expert Face brush to blend it out. Easily one of my favorite brushes. Then I went back over it with my sponge to really make sure everything was blended together and there were no lines of demarcation. And now we're going to snatch this contour like so. We're placing that NC30 again right up under that cheekbone contour and on the sides of the nose contour. Well, I wasn't really trying to snatch the nose, just wanted to make sure that warm color didn't spill too far over to the under eyes. But then cheekbones, snatched. To be real, I could honestly stop right here. I would just put a little RC and May no color powder right up under her eyes and send her on her way. But she was about to be shooting in studio lighting, so I had to make her a little matte. So here we go. First, I blended out any under eye creasing. Then I pressed some Laura Mercier onto the areas that I highlighted. And I don't bake, I just press it in and brush away the excess. I felt the need to use a tinted powder to brush away the excess, so I used a MAC Mineralize powder in medium golden. I went over the hollows of her cheeks and the perimeter of her face with MAC Mineralize in dark because clearly I'm obsessed with bronzing. It's important. Blush is not necessary from Model Digital's. However, I wanted to add some color and bring out the colors in her swimsuit. I used Black Radiance Toasted Almond. That's the blush I always use for natural looks or for clients who don't typically wear blush. It gives a very subtle wash of color. Highlighter I just have fun with. I place it on the high points of the cheeks and around the temples because I love when light hits that area. It was at this point that my camera started dying, so I completed the look with some mascara and lipstick off camera. I am so sorry that I did not get to capture the eyeshadow for the second look, but I'll hit you with some behind the scenes next. I do plan on adding more fun eye looks to my channel very soon. Thank you so much for watching, and please look out for next week's video. Bye, baby girl.